Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to dive right in, so make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. The 1979 United States quarter dollar is part of the long-standing Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1979, the Washington quarter had evolved into a standard circulation coin with a consistent design that collectors and numismatists are very familiar with. The D Mint mark on this particular quarter indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints of the United States Mint, alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. The Denver Mint has historically produced a substantial portion of circulating coins for general commerce, and the 1979 D quarter is no exception, with millions of coins issued that year. The obverse or front side of the 1979 D quarter features a profile portrait of George Washington based on the original sculpture by John Flanagan. Washington's stern yet dignified profile has become an iconic representation of the first president of the United States, symbolizing leadership, perseverance, and national pride. Above Washington's head is the motto Liberty, a central theme in American coinage, reflecting the nation's foundational ideals. Below his profile is the phrase, "In God We Trust," which has been a staple of U.S. coinage since the Civil War era, reinforcing the historical and cultural values of the United States. The year 1979 is clearly inscribed to indicate the year of mintage, and the D Mint mark is located to the right of Washington's ponytail, distinguishing it from coins minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, or San Francisco, S mint mark. On the reverse or backside, the coin continues to honor the enduring American symbols. The design features a bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, while an olive branch extends beneath, symbolizing the United States' commitment to peace, yet readiness for defense. The eagle is framed by the inscriptions United States of America along the top edge and quarter dollar along the bottom, clearly identifying the coin's denomination and national origin. Above the eagle is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, emphasizing the unity of the United States despite its diverse states and populations. This motto has appeared on U.S. coins for centuries and is emblematic of the American ethos. The 1979 D quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, consisting of a pure copper core sandwiched between layers of a copper-nickel alloy. This composition, standard for quarters minted after 1965, replaced the previous 90% silver content used in earlier issues. The copper-nickel alloy gives the coin a silvery appearance while maintaining durability for circulation. It has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and weighs 5.67 grams, conforming to the specifications that have been consistent since the Coinage Act of 1965. The edges are reeded, with 119 grooves around the circumference, providing tactile feedback and discouraging counterfeiting. Collectors value the 1979 D quarter for both its historical significance and its place within the broader Washington quarter series. While it is not considered a rare coin due to its high mintage, it remains popular among collectors focusing on date and mint mark collections. Key considerations for collectors include the coin's condition, whether it is circulated or uncirculated, its luster, strike quality, and the absence of wear or post-mint damage. Uncirculated examples from 1979 D can still fetch a modest premium above face value, especially when graded highly by professional services like PCGS or NGC due to their superior preservation and eye appeal. Additionally, the 1979 D quarter represents an interesting transitional period in U.S. coinage history. The late 1970s saw increasing public interest in coin collecting, spurred by the return of silver in commemorative issues and the bicentennial celebrations of 1976, which had introduced special designs on quarters. The 1979 D thus comes just a few years after the Bicentennial Washington Quarter, carrying forward the classic design while maintaining a stable and familiar form for general circulation. Its widespread presence in everyday commerce makes it a tangible piece of American history, connecting modern collectors with the daily economic life of late 20th century America. In conclusion, the 1979 United States quarter dollar is a coin that, while common, offers collectors a rich combination of historical context, symbolic artistry, and numismatic interest. It embodies the ideals of liberty and unity through its design elements, honors George Washington's enduring legacy, and serves as a representative artifact of American coinage from the late 1970s. Whether studied in depth for its design, preserved for collection purposes, or simply handled as part of daily commerce, the 1979 quarter remains a classic example of U.S. coinage, cherished for its durability, symbolism, and connection to the broader story of the nation. The 1980 United States quarter dollar is a classic example of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. The P mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest U.S. mint facility, established in 1792. By 1980, the Washington Quarter had become one of the most widely circulated coins in the United States, familiar to millions of Americans who handled it daily. Despite its common appearance, the 1980 quarter carries a wealth of historical and numismatic significance, reflecting both the stability of U.S. coinage design and the enduring symbolism embedded in American money. On the obverse of the 1980 quarter, the familiar profile portrait of George Washington dominates the design. Sculpted originally by John Flanagan in 1932, this portrait was chosen to convey the dignity, leadership, and integrity associated with the first president of the United States. Washington's stern, resolute gaze and detailed hair convey a sense of gravitas that has made the design iconic. Above his head is the word liberty, a staple of U.S. coinage that emphasizes the nation's core ideals. To the left of Washington's profile appears the phrase, "In God We Trust," reflecting a tradition dating back to the mid-19th century and highlighting the cultural and historical values embedded in American coins. Below the portrait, the date 1980 is prominently displayed, and to the right, the P mint mark signifies Philadelphia production, distinguishing it from coins minted in Denver or San Francisco. The reverse of the 1980 quarter continues the traditional Washington quarter motif, with a bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, its wings partially spread in a protective posture. Beneath the eagle is an olive branch, representing the United States' preference for peace, while the arrows signify readiness to defend the nation if necessary. The eagle is framed by inscriptions along the edge, including United States of America along the top, and quarter dollar at the bottom, clearly identifying the coin's origin and denomination. Just above the eagle's head is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, which reflects the unity of the nation composed of diverse states and peoples. The combination of these elements creates a design that is both symbolic and instantly recognizable, bridging historical tradition with the functional purpose of everyday currency. The 1980 quarter is made using the standard copper-nickel clad composition introduced after the Coinage Act of 1965. It consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between layers of a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silvery, durable finish suitable for circulation. The coin measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, is 1.75 millimeters thick, and weighs 5.67 grams, consistent with the specifications of post-1965 Washington quarters. The edge is reeded with 119 grooves, a design feature intended to deter counterfeiting and provide a tactile element for identification by touch. This combination of size, weight, and composition ensured that the 1980 quarter would circulate widely while remaining resistant to wear and corrosion over time. From a numismatic perspective, the 1980p quarter holds particular interest for collectors focusing on date and mint mark sets, as well as those seeking to preserve high-grade examples of common circulation coins. While not rare in terms of mintage, millions were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The coin's value increases significantly when found in uncirculated condition or as part of mint state sets. Important factors for collectors include the sharpness of the strike, the clarity of inscriptions and portrait details, the luster of the coin, and the absence of wear, scratches, or post-mint damage. Proof versions of the 1980 quarter were also produced for collectors, offering a highly polished finish and exceptional detail, which makes them highly desirable in specialized numismatic collections. The 1980p Washington quarter also represents a period of continuity and stability in U.S. coinage design. Coming after the bicentennial era of the mid-1970s, which had introduced special designs on quarters, half dollars, and dollars, the 1980 issue returned to the classic Washington and eagle motifs. It reflects the Mint's commitment to maintaining a recognizable, consistent design for everyday circulation, while balancing collector interest. For historians and coin enthusiasts, the 1980p quarter serves as a tangible artifact of the late 20th century United States, embodying both economic function and historical symbolism. In conclusion, the 1980p United States quarter dollar is much more than a common circulating coin. It represents the enduring legacy of George Washington, the continued presence of national symbols like the bald eagle and mottos such as E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust, and the careful craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint. Whether studied for its artistic details, preserved in high-grade condition, or appreciated as part of everyday commerce, this coin is an important piece of American numismatic history. Its combination of historical relevance, symbolic design, and practical circulation ensures that the 1980p quarter continues to captivate collectors, historians, and everyday coin users alike, making it a timeless example of United States coinage. The 1776-1976 United States quarter dollar, commonly referred to as the Bicentennial Quarter, is one of the most historically significant and widely recognized coins in American numismatics. Issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the United States Declaration of Independence, this special quarter was minted in large quantities in 1975 and 1976. Yet it remains highly prized by collectors for its unique design and historical symbolism. Unlike the standard Washington quarter, which had featured the portrait of George Washington on the obverse since 1932, the Bicentennial Quarter incorporated an innovative reverse design specifically commissioned to celebrate the nation's bicentennial. The obverse retained the familiar profile of George Washington, crafted by John Flanagan, a design first introduced in 1932, but with a subtle addition. The dual date, 1776-1976, appeared below Washington's portrait instead of a single year, symbolically linking the founding of the United States to its modern era in the mid-70s. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" remain, emphasizing enduring national values of freedom and faith, while the coin's mint mark, whether D for Denver or S for San Francisco, identifies the production site. The reverse of the Bicentennial Quarter departs dramatically from the traditional bald eagle design. Created by sculptor Jack L.R., the reverse features a colonial drummer boy in full regalia, marching forward with a drum, symbolizing the role of ordinary citizens in the fight for independence. Surrounding the drummer are 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies, while the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar" appear along the coin's edges. The reverse also prominently displays E Pluribus Unum, Latin for "out of many one," reinforcing the theme of unity that was central to the founding of the United States. This design is unique to the Bicentennial series, making the 1776 to 1976 quarter immediately recognizable and distinctly different from any previous or subsequent Washington quarter issues. The Bicentennial Quarter was produced in a copper-nickel-clad composition for circulation, consisting of a pure copper core with outer layers of copper-nickel alloy, giving it a bright, silvery appearance while maintaining durability. Special proof and silver-clad collector versions were also issued, composed of 40% silver, intended for numismatic sets sold by the U.S. Mint. These silver versions are particularly sought after by collectors due to their limited mintage, higher intrinsic value, and striking visual quality. The coin measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, has a 1.75 millimeter thickness, and weighs 5.67 grams, with reading along the edge, 119 grooves, to prevent counterfeiting and provide tactile familiarity. The historical significance of the 1776 to 1976 quarter cannot be overstated. It was released during a period of heightened patriotic celebration across the United States, coinciding with the bicentennial celebrations that included parades, historical reenactments, and commemorative memorabilia. Millions of Americans eagerly collected these quarters, both for everyday use and as keepsakes, embedding them in the collective memory of the nation. Despite their high mintage, these quarters remain popular among collectors today because they represent a tangible connection to a defining milestone in American history. The combination of Washington's enduring portrait, the unique bicentennial reverse, and the dual date makes this coin both a functional medium of exchange and a commemorative artifact of historical importance. Numismatically, the 1776 to 1976 quarter offers multiple avenues of interest. Collectors often seek examples in uncirculated condition or proof finishes, particularly the silver-clad versions, which were included in special bicentennial coin sets. Key aspects that influence value include surface luster, strike sharpness, the clarity of the drum design, and the preservation of edges and inscriptions. Coins showing wear from circulation, while still historically significant, typically hold only modest premiums above face value, whereas high-grade uncirculated or silver-proof coins can command significant collector interest. Moreover, the bicentennial quarter is often studied in the context of other 1976 commemorative issues, such as the bicentennial half-dollar and bicentennial dollar, providing a comprehensive glimpse into the United States Mint's approach to honoring national heritage through coinage. In conclusion, the 1776-1976 United States Bicentennial Quarter Dollar represents a fusion of history, artistry, and national pride. Its unique reverse design, featuring the colonial drummer boy, the dual date commemorating 200 years of independence, and the enduring symbols of liberty and unity, make it a coin of both educational and collectible significance. Whether studied for its historical context, appreciated for its artistic merit, or preserved as part of a numismatic collection, the bicentennial quarter remains one of the most iconic coins of the 20th century, encapsulating the spirit of a nation celebrating 2 centuries of independence while remaining in everyday circulation.